Mm. So I want to talk about the ability of living in a state of oneness, and what sort of what do we how do we experience to be in this dimension where there is unity to everything. What exactly are we talking about? Basically, in our purest nature, we are one with everything. Hence, you hear this left, right, and center. Hence, you hear, sometimes you wonder, like for me, for instance, I used to wonder, how are we one? How are we one? How are we one? We are one. Naturally, the essence of human consciousness, we are all one. I think we all one also with nature, with everything, yes. But I'll get there to another day. But I want to explain this. What makes us feel separated is the mindsets, okay? Because it's like a mindset is like a program, or it's like a module. Let's say we are all at school and we're in different grades. A student or a learner that is in grade 12 has a different information program in their head with their own curriculum that is different from a learner that is coming from a grade 9. Okay, that is a learner that is coming from a grade 10. Those are different dimension with different programming, with different ways of saying, okay, different understanding when it comes to education. And so are we as human beings. So that's what separates. But still, if we go back to that example of students, the students are still students altogether. But what separates them is the levels of the grades that they are in. Okay, similar things that happens to ourselves as well as human beings. So you find some people who are living in the present moment that is connected to all, the omnipresent, the omnipotent, the omniscient, which is the God state, like, okay. In this state, you have the ability to blend other, let's say, other places of things into one. You don't even have, it's not like you have, it comes with the ability to experience everything at once without separating. You don't have to go in the past and be in the past in order to feel only like in the past. You can experience the past in the present, the future in the present in the past, like vice versa. That's the ability, or that's what this state of oneness comes with. It unifies, it alchemizes all energies, all difference, and it brings them into one energy. Okay. So that's one thing that you actually experience. So how does that shows up in our everyday life? In our everyday life, if you are living in a state of unity and harmony and oneness, you tend to be open to life as it is, period. You are coming from a place of openness and receptivity to life as it is. So you have a way of seeing things as they are. You also have the ability to be receptive to things as they are, with the understanding that comes with the state you are coming from. So, for example, if you are coming from a state of being separated, there are things that you're going to actually reflect that energy of separatism. So you're going to have preferences, you're going to have things that you like, you're going to want things in a certain way, you're going to you fall against everything. That is normal because of the state of mind you're coming from, depending what is actually dominant in that state. So if your state of mind is dominated by separatism, division, ego, then you're going to experience life as divided, okay? Hence the confliction and stuff like that. But the more you actually come from a state of oneness, you're going to experience life as whole. You're going to experience everything interconnected. You're going to understand it, but also you're going to experience it, and you're also going to apply it. Okay, the applying part sometimes, I think, which one comes first? So you have to have the information, you have to understand, and you have to, yes, the applying comes later, because first you have the understanding, then you have like the information, and then you actually apply it, you choose it somehow. You actually get to the state where you actually train your body, because it's already laid out. You're going to train to apply that sense of oneness, which is going to take you out from being, lukewarm, cold, or hot, or good or bad, right? You're going to get out from that position, and you're going to come into the position of neutrality, where you are open either way. You do not have a sense of need to take sides in life. You don't mind to be in pain, or or experience pleasure. You don't mind having good or bad things. It's a state of mind that comes with that benefit. Okay, so running away from pain, running away from discomfort, it's normal. Okay, it's human, but it comes with a sense of an ego, which actually comes with a sense of separating, division, dividing. Okay, that's normal. When you meet someone who is not afraid, or who's not bothered by things changing and shifting, those people have actually reached a point in life where they have emerged with a state of mind of unity, of oneness, of connectivity. Okay, so they are operating from there. Their energy exudes that, because they have actually surpassed that state of an ego, where you're just choosing things because they make you feel good, or they don't like, or whatever, the way you choose, either good or bad. Once you are in the state where you are in neutrality, and you're open, and you're receptive to life, you are embodying and exuding the energy of unity, of life as a whole. Okay, you're embracing life as it is. Now, with this state, it comes as a result of you having dealt with your own ego, have learned from the ego's ways. Okay, this state of unity and harmony and oneness comes as a result of you having been in that state of an ego, lived and acted in ways that shows ego, which is normal. But then once you reach a certain point, then you actually transition to the state of unity, of oneness, of wholeness, where you feel healed, where you feel okay to be in either way, like, because everything now is one. You've understood that everything is working together for the highest good, which is one goal, which is life. Life is one. Okay, but as human consciousness, we have to go through this different state. It's the same like seed. You plant it on earth, underground, and then it sprouts out and become a tiny plant, and then it shoots up, it blossom, flowers, or fruit, and all that stuff. So it goes to different levels. Do you see? Same thing with human mind as well. It's wired in a way. You are meant to experience all these phases. Okay, being an ego, the state of oneness, it tends to help us to understand ourselves better. It helps us to be more compassionate with ourselves, with others. We become less judgmental and more open to hold space for life, for things to be. Because with oneness comes also a sense of maturity. Okay, that's the wisdom. It comes with wisdom. Hence, I'm saying, in order to get to this state of neutrality that comes with connection and oneness and hold with life and healed, you are required to go through that state of an ego, where you actually go through life, choosing side, preferring things, wanting things to go in a certain way, which is normal and natural. We do not see things as wrong or right in the state of oneness. Not that it's right or wrong to do it, but in unity, in oneness, everything has a value, has a part to serve. If someone does or act in a certain way, we already understand that there must be a reason. You will never do anything without reason. So we won't even project our anger or or like being upset, even if we felt it at some point in life or we felt something, but with the understanding that every action has a purpose. So if people are acting in whatever way, they must have a reason to do it, whether you agree with the reason or you do not agree with the reason. But the main fact is that there is a purpose for people to act in a certain way, and this is what grounds one person in a state of unity and harmony and oneness, because the lens they use to view each life circumstance is actually coming from a higher perspective of connection, of interconnected, and everything is working together, not against. Okay, so that's another thing. And these people are the one that, people who actually have reached this point where they actually embracing a sense of unity or living in a state of oneness, tend to like letting go. I feel like they've mastered that thing of letting go. They know the importance of letting go, whether it's not about harboring things. It's not about keeping things to yourself. It's not about holding your feelings, your emotions. It's not about being right or wrong. So if you did something and somebody said you were wrong, then you say you are sorry, or whatever comes right to you, whatever feels to you. But there is this overall knowing that everything that happened for a purpose. There is nothing that takes place in this world that happens by coincidence or by mistake. There's no such thing. Okay, even if people actually intend something and then they think, oh no, you have laws, you are wired. Remember what we said about earlier on about the learners being programmed with a curriculum. You are also wired. You are wired already to reason, to think, to act in the way you act. You do not just act. You think you're acting because you like. No, there is laws. There are laws that are governing your behavior. They're governing the way you see things. They're governing your actions. They're governing your way, your feelings. Do you understand? Those laws are the one that actually act on your behalf until you awaken to them. The moment you awaken to them, there is no way you're going to act as the same person that you used to think that they have the power to, to create things, to do things when they want to. You understand that there's a source, there's a higher energy that is working behind the scene, and you are the vessel in which God works through you. We call it God, you call it ancestors, you can call it whatever you want to call it, the spiritual guide, you name it. Do you understand? The universe. But that higher source is the one that actually created the laws. Those laws are actually being active in you. Do you understand? The moment you realize that, hence you come back home, because you're coming back to your true essence of being, which is connected to all that there is. It's connected to life, to death. It's connected to the energies that are active within you, around you, with other people, with things in life. It's connected to all that is. It's omnipresent, omnipotent, and omnipresent, omnipotent. Oh my goodness, my legs. Do you understand? So it's connected to everything. And this is the sense of oneness. This is where we get the sense of oneness and being connected to life as a whole. This is where our heart are being open. Okay, this is where our mind are open and receptive to life. We're not really having agendas in life anymore. We are not in a place where we want things to go in a certain way so that we can benefit something. No, we're acting from a pure place, a place of understanding that each and every sensation, emotion, feeling is given. It is actually communicating something on a deeper level. And out of respecting that which creates the emotion, we then surrender. Do you understand? You surrender. You're no longer fighting at war, conflicting yourself with others. You don't do those things not because you don't want to. That's another thing. Not because because you have reached the point, a level of seeing that has clarity and understanding of how things come to be, and then out of your own respect for the truth that you have received, that you have discovered, then you openly open yourself towards life as it is, because you know that life doesn't just happen out of a blue. There's a higher force that is actually, creating things, manifesting things through us, through our behavior, through our actions, through the things we do. And from that higher source, everything is serving and deserving to be. There's a purpose for it. So there's no right or wrong about things. Even though in our limited state of mind, if we're in this in a place of seeing things from an ego, then we feel like that still plays a part. That's still working together for the highest good. That is serving. It's only in the lens of in the lens that we're using that we tend to see things only from, we can only see things of so far. We can actually we do not have the ability to connect everything and truly experience how this sense of oneness actually is flowing through us. Hence they're saying that energy is fluid, like it's free, it's vast, it's abundance. Then you ask yourself, how is that? It's the mindset. It's a certain mindset that actually puts you in that position where you actually able to see things as they are, and out of seeing things as they are, then now you can connect everything. Then you can actually see how everything is interconnected and how everything is working together. It doesn't matter what is the pain or pleasure, because sometimes people tend to get stuck. Oh, but then I have painful stuff, then this makes me separate. Oh, I'm poor, this one is rich. That is an ego. Okay, an ego is founded in conditions. It's founded in a belief system, and it's meant to be like that. It's meant to put you in that sense of being separated and being asleep to your own true essence of being. True essence of being is the one that actually connects you back to your ego to understand the role that it plays within the whole spectrum of existence. Do you understand? Once you understand that, then you can become one and whole with life as it is. Here, where we find a sense of connection, unity, harmony, and being one with life and feeling whole enough and healed from life, things that we used to think they are the biggest thing in this world. Do you understand? So that's what I felt like sharing today. That's what we are feeling. That's what we're experiencing. Love and light. We'll leave it here. Bye.